my name is Steve Lundquist. I've written a book called True Leadership, Where Is It? Big Politics and Big Business. As you can guess from the title, it's about leadership. And it's about political leadership and business leadership. And as we all know, right now we've been running into a lot of problems in our world. And frankly, one of the biggest problems is leadership. I grew up in small business, in effect. I work with everybody in the company, not just leadership. From the person that did the line work, whatever the business was, all the way to the president of the company. As a result, I come at things from a little different perspective than a lot of leaders do. I have no Ivy degree. I'm not any different than all of you. The first part of the book is about what's going on. What are some of the things that are creating such a big mess? The first thing that's creating the mess, like we've talked about a little bit, is a leadership problem. But there's also the list of the problems. And we're living through one right now, COVID-19. And another one that's right in the middle of the COVID-19 is our resurgence in racism, something that should have been solved, frankly, more than decades ago, almost centuries ago. And we're dealing with that same type of issue. But it's not just that. 9/11 and terrorism, the recession of 2008. But even beyond that, there's China's economic and influence power. There's Russia's resurgence. Our planet is warming all the time. We're setting records this year across the globe in every single category of the weather. Our education system is kind of falling apart. We're not getting people that we need for the new jobs. We're right at each other's throats for some reason. Why is that? Everything seems to be getting worse instead of better. Our technology has actually helped kind of create another issue for us. And that's our connection. And connection in general is very good. We want connection. In fact, you'll find that I say that's the answer in a big way. The technology that we have gets us to any place we want to go in the world within hours on an airplane. And it also gets us any place that we want to go on the internet within a microsecond. Those connections are making things a little bit more difficult to, frankly, keep us out of trouble. In the past, water, mountains, all of those kind of things actually separated us from each other, which kept us from a lot of trouble in many cases. Kept us from neighbors that didn't like us, kept us from a lot of stuff. But those barriers are gone. And what we need to do is accept that we can't go backwards. We can't isolate ourselves. It just doesn't work anymore. So what we have to do is get together and figure out, how do we solve these things? Well, the second major problem is our leadership. Our leadership doesn't accept the fact that we're connected and that our problems are connected. They try to keep using what I call a silo mentality to solve these things. Government wants to do what it wants to do, business wants to do what it wants to do. Us people, we get stuck in the middle and we're going, why are these guys not on the same page as us? And yet the only way we've ever been able to solve really big problems is by connection. Frankly, World War II is a perfect example of how we won that war. We had to connect with our allies. We couldn't do it by ourselves, and they couldn't do it by themselves. That just doesn't work. When the problems are that big, we have to connect. We have to connect the solutions to the problems. And for some reason, leadership is just out to lunch. It doesn't matter anymore if we're white or we're black or we're Republican or we're Democrat. It doesn't matter if we're Catholic or Islamic. And what we really need then is our leadership to understand that they don't work for themselves. They don't work for anybody, not their stockholders, not anybody that isn't all of us and each of us. And when they start to understand that when they work for all of us and each of us, we can start to solve these problems. This isn't something that'd be nice to do. This is something that we need to do. Or we can let our humanity and our planet go away. We have to fix our leadership and our planet and all the things that we need to have our human existence continue.